Good morning. Look at this. It's November 1st, already into November. Well, the year is going by so fast, doesn't it? Seems to happen every year for me as I get older. It seems to go faster. But I want to welcome you this morning and start off this month with a time of devotion. You know, sometimes God is leading us in directions we don't want to go. But if we take the choice to go there, wonderful things can happen. And it may be scary. I'm thinking about the time when the disciples were out in a boat. Jesus sent them to go across. It's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're not getting anywhere because the wind's against them, and the boat's struggling, and they've been out there all night. They've been out there about 9 hours. And all of a sudden, Jesus comes walking to them on the water, and Peter looks at him. They're all scared. They think it's a ghost. But in Matthew 14, verse 28, Peter says, "Lord, if it's you, call me to come to you on the water." And Jesus said, "Come." And Peter got out and walked on the water. Now, that's a pretty amazing thing. I've never been able to do that, and you probably can't either. But do you know that if God called you to do that, you could? And as impossible as that seems, and realize how exciting that must have been for Peter then and later on as a testimony. Even today, we still tell that story, that he was able to do that because God called him to do it. Didn't think he could, but he could when God called him. And, you know, there were others that just sat in a boat and watched. They must have thought Peter was nuts. But they weren't willing to get out of the boat. They didn't ask to get out. They just sat there. And that, that's not too exciting, is it? Who had the most exciting role? It was Peter. He walked on the water. Be willing to get out of the boat when Jesus calls you. Be willing to take a step towards him. And it may seem like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know enough about this, or I'm not qualified, or who am I to be doing this? If God calls you, he'll qualify you. And you'll be able to do impossible things, things that you could not imagine. You just have to be willing to do what he asks of you. You know, you can read your Bible. There's millions of things in the Bible that tells us what to do, and sometimes we don't do it. That's also God calling you. When he says to love your neighbor, well, I don't like my neighbor. Well, love him anyway, God says. You don't have to like what someone does, but love them as people that need Christ. It can change your life and theirs and those around you. Be willing to get out of the boat when God calls. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a great day. God bless you.